Hi, this short video is going to show you how writing an academic essay is quite a lot like putting a puzzle together. The first step is to dump all the pieces of a puzzle out on the table to get started. This is a lot like pre-writing and brainstorming when you're writing an academic essay. You're generating a lot of ideas, and some of those don't look quite so finished or like the final product, and that's okay. In the same way that dumping these puzzle pieces out on a table really don't look like the final puzzle project at all either. The next step is to flip each colored side, the colored side of each piece face side up. Essentially, we're doing this just so that you could see that colored side, so it makes sorting a little bit easier. This is the same thing as looking back over your brainstorming and maybe just considering each of those ideas before you start to take those ideas a little bit further in your academic essay. Once the pieces are turned colored side up, oftentimes sorting similar colored pieces together is the next step in the process. So as in this image, you can see that the light colored pieces and the dark colored pieces are separated into different piles. This helps organizing those ideas and seeing how they fit together makes it a lot easier. In the same way that when you're trying to create a thesis statement, it helps you look at your ideas and decide what you really want to say about the topic, what the purpose is of your paper or the focus, your thesis statement. So usually when sorting the puzzle pieces, piecing the edges together first is a good idea. This gives you a boundary that everything else that's on the table, everything else that belongs in the puzzle happens to have to fit within the boundaries or the perimeter of the foundation that you've set for the edges of the puzzle. This is very much like your thesis statement. Your thesis statement establishes your topic and your purpose. Anything outside of that topic should not belong in your paper. Anything that may be on that topic, but it doesn't address the purpose that your thesis statement is trying to prove, also doesn't belong in the paper. So I want you to think of your thesis statement a lot like the edges of a puzzle. Your ideas and the topic sentences and the supporting ideas that you use within your paragraphs need to support the thesis statement. In other words, they need to belong within the foundation of the framework that you've already set up with your thesis statement. The next step is linking similar pieces together just to form the big picture of the puzzle. This takes a lot of time, but if you've organized your ideas, they generally come together a lot quicker than if you're just picking up a random puzzle piece trying to decide where it goes in the puzzle. Note that sometimes a piece looks like it's going to fit in the puzzle, but it just doesn't belong there. And no matter how hard you push on it or try to fit it in, there's still a gap or it doesn't fit quite right. Ideas in an essay are a lot like this as well. Sometimes an idea seems like it's really going to belong in your introduction, but it just doesn't seem to fit right. That doesn't mean that you have to throw it away. It means that there might be another place within the essay that that idea could work. In the same way as if you have a puzzle piece that doesn't quite fit in the place you're trying to put it, you know there's another place within the puzzle that it actually does go. Sometimes we just have to be patient to see where that is. Getting help as needed makes the process a lot less frustrating. So whereas in a puzzle, you might ask for help from your friends or family members. It's not a bad idea with your papers as well. Know that your instructor's there to help you. Use your instructor's office hours. Ask questions. Ask your classmates for, some peer editing, or ask your classmates questions that might help you develop your ideas a little bit further. Use the Writing Center. Use the Real Center. These are tutoring services that are available for you to use as a student on campus in order to support your success in English. So, this is a really great opportunity for you to engage in the process and have it seem a lot less frustrating than it is when you're on your own just trying to push through. The final step is to review the final product. So when finishing a puzzle, once you put that last puzzle piece in, generally you don't get up immediately and walk away. Oftentimes you'll put that piece in and admire your work, or run your hands over the top of the puzzle to make sure all the pieces are down firmly. I want you to think of your academic essay in the same way, as once you finish that last sentence of your paper, don't walk away yet. There's still time to review more than just spelling and grammar on the computer, but to compare your work to the assignment requirements, to the assignment prompt, ensure that you have a little quality control in looking back over, that you have a strong thesis statement and good topic sentences and transitions and ideas. So reviewing the final product is definitely part of the process, and you don't want to overlook it. Good luck.